come from all walks of life, some from around the world, some from right next door. We are diverse, yet we are one. What we share is a love of life and doing whatever it takes to make that life just a little bit better in the state we call home. We are friends, and we are advocates for ourselves, for each other, keeping Coloradoans informed, engaged, and active. This is the AARP Colorado Connection.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for our first edition of AARP Colorado Connection. Joining me today is Colorado AARP Associate Director of Advocacy, Kelly Fritz. Thanks for being with us today, Kelly. Before we begin, why don't you give us a little background on why Colorado AARP feels it's so important to communicate with its membership and what you're hoping to accomplish with this new interview series that we've started here today.
Well, membership at AARP starts at age 50. So when we get involved in issues at either the state or the federal level, we try to think about these issues from the standpoint of somebody who's over the age of 50. So we look at issues such as health care, we look at long-term care, we look at pensions and making sure that they're financially solvent for today and into the future. Another big point, our members are parents and grandparents, so we do get involved in some children's issues too, particularly around health care. What we do is every Monday morning during session, our volunteer advocates get together, and there's roughly 20 of them, really smart, really neat, wonderful people, that get together and review all the bills that have been introduced in the Colorado Legislature. We then take positions and decide what are we going to get really involved in and what are we going to testify on and lobby on their behalf at the Capitol.
I heard you say earlier that you do this on both a state and national level. Relatively speaking, what types of issues are state issues versus national issues?
Right now, at the federal level, the deficit is huge, and they're looking at cutting programs important to our membership, like Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. I'll just say why Medicaid is so important is because it provides long-term care for a lot of Colorado families. So that would be a federal issue. On the state level, we do a lot of different things, and we're currently tracking, I think it's around 40 bills in the Colorado Legislature. So we do both.
What does the advocacy process look like? If there's an issue that's important to your membership, how do you go about making sure that their voices are heard?
Well, what we do is when a bill's been introduced, again, we take it to our volunteer advocates, we review it, we say what's important, and we get involved, we take a stand on these different issues, and then what we do, if it's something that's really big and important to our membership, we do a grassroots alert, and we are currently asking our folks to call their state senators and their state representatives to support Senate Bill 127, which would increase funding for senior services.
And Kelly, can you tell me about any of the bills that you're hoping to discuss during this legislative session?
Senate Bill 127 is going to be heard in Senate Finance, and we are asking all of our advocates to be there at the Capitol so that the state senators realize how important this issue is to our membership and really to all Colorado families. The bill would keep seniors at home and independent. It increases funding for services that accomplish that goal.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Kelly, and thank you all for watching. I hope everyone learned a bit about the work they're doing down at the Capitol. You can find more information about our state Colorado AARP office by viewing these bulletins that will continue throughout the 2013 legislative session or by visiting aarp.org/co. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.